Welcome everyone. We are doing the Delta Quadrant storyline, meaning we're going to be following the path of Captain Janeway and Voyager.
Shitball.
Congratulations, Captain.
So let me get these going at the moment, because they give good XP for someone leveling. This will take a second. I'm missing that. Where's it? Oh, for times. I'll go to medical real quick. Let's see. The medical supplies and revival of medical supplies. Duty roster. And there we go, got that done. Alright, here we go. Starting where I left off.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472.
What do we need to do here?
We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through.
We'll probably have to engage the Undine ships first and then scan the singularities.
This passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal. We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
Find and disable Cooper's ship, understood.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structures you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
We're not defeated yet.
Bioship is weakened. We must be.
We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest
This
to the
guy
central
deserved this
nexus.
intro.
We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus.
You know I'm streaming, right? But
As the
that's-
ship
but
is
yeah,
organic,
it doesn't matter.
we may be able to force it open by
sound
sending
effects
impulses
don't
through
get
certain nerve
compressed right.
endings, thereby causing a reflex
Yoda,
reaction,
for
much
Yoda.
like a sneeze.
Find
It's
the control.
going.
Find the control. Find the control nodes. Open the central nexus. Got it.
Hello.
Ah, Bucky.
What are you playing right now?
SDO. What the heck is shooting at me? Oh, there he is. Another group are climbing down. Really? Jose, it ain't so. They're like aliens. Have you tried SDO? I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. This is really interesting. Yes. This personal thing.
You don't have to be interested in Star Trek to play it, though. I'm making people sick.
I'm
No.
more of a Star Wars guy myself, so
Well, I would say SDO is. I would say Star Trek is better, but that's my opinion.
The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find control ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door.
The release has to be near here. So now that we can use them. Okay, where are they? Here they are, they're climbing down.
Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door.
If the ship has a mind, can you convince it not to fight us?
An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed.
I'm ready to start the meld. Ow.
Shields losing power.
The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate. The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from Undine attacks while I concentrate.
What is happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind.
Communication link established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
The weak will perish.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him!
We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive.
We don't need them!
The many will be strong. The strong will survive.
They are weak. I will save us.
You are weak.
What? No!
But together
The Bio-Dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space.
And that happened to a nicer guy.
There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands.
Kapla.
Live long and prosper.
Kapla, Emerald.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. He was so intent on this battle. If I didn't know better, I would have thought he was Klingon. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among the humans that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy us. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine before. I guess that they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack. Good thing we dealt with it now, before they launched another attack on the homeworld.
Congratulations, Captain.
I didn't meet Admiral Janeway yet, did I?
Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is rather mundane for one of your skills, but still necessary. A group of homeless aliens need a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Antaba system are ready to move to a nearby planet. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral has requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does.
Reunion. I wonder who we're meeting again. One of the best actors of Voyager, the most underutilized character of them all. I wonder who that is. Now here we go. Who needs a new weapon? He does. Okay. The end bus is transport. Begin reunion. About that Info system, sir. Our orders are rendezvous with Admiral Tuvok and on Voyager. And then, of course, they're coordinates now. The Kazon! Oh, the most worthless race in Voyager.
Voyager is under attack by the Kazon. Engines are offline, requesting assistance. Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
Of course, Admiral Tuvok. Be over at your convenience.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, joined them before they moved to this location.
Neelix!
The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one.
I'm happy that Neelix is in this game, and he is voiced by the actor.
The Alliance's history
One of the
with
best actors
relocation
in
of
Voyager,
Romulus
next
will
to
be invaluable
the gal
in
who
this
did
process.
Janeway. Even though they did write her to be kind of a psychopath now and then.
Kapla! Is that right? Let me try again. Greetings, Captain. It is my honor to meet representatives of the Klingon Empire. My name is Neelix, and I served with B'Elanna Torres on the USS Voyager. I am currently Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Perhaps you've heard of me. No matter. I've always been curious about the Klingon Empire. I even organized a Day of Honor celebration for Voyager once. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Janolan Dyson Sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, and I'm so glad to hear that unpleasantness between the Empire and the Federation is over. I'm planning a trip to Earth to sample the cuisine. Sometime. I mean, maybe I'll go to Kronos too, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do.
About the colonization.
Oh, you've come to help. How wonderful. I guess the Klingon Empire is just as helpful to people in need as my good friends in Starfleet. I'm a little surprised, though. B'Elanna always said Klingons were grumpy.
I am not a Klingon, I'm a Gorn, but anyway, I'm sure the Federation appreciates your efforts on its behalf, but could we get back to the colonization efforts?
Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon Nistrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
Of course, Neelix.
Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nice old root stew for you.
Restart shield generators. Got it. Okay, first, the Kazon. I remember watching Voyager. I don't remember much about the Kazon, but they were like a very nasty species. There are so many species in Voyager that were just like one-off weekday villain of the week, like the Volv were. The Volv, thanks to this game, kind of made them an interesting threat. But sadly, they did a better job. This does a better job than the actual show does. But Deep Space Nine, no matter what you say, was good no matter what. I'm a Deep Space Nine fan. Voyager, I could have done without, but I did watch it all the way from the beginning to the end when it first aired. It was actually interesting to watch and how Janeway did what she could. I just wish she was written better. But like some people said, if she wasn't a psychopath, she probably wouldn't have gotten her crew home like she did. And she got home in time before Tuvok.
Well, that didn't work.
Mine. I'm telling people that I feel that the best thing about Voyager is not only Neelix, but it's also Janeway, because even though she was written like a psychopath, but she was the only captain that could make it back because of the psychopathness.
Yeah, that's something people don't. Even though there's a lot of mistakes in Voyager than most series, it is still she is still more interesting captain considering.
She has shown up in Lower Decks apparently.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you, Neelix. I just wish Neelix was treated better in this show because he was such a good character. So was the actor.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again.
Agreeable.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
This is the best thing about the Delta Quadrant stuff. Bringing back Neelix. Even though a lot of people didn't like Neelix that much.
You look well, Neelix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
At least you got over Tess.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
It's interesting.
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots.
I've done this, and Neelix never talks about Kes.
What was that?
Because Kes came back.
No, Kes died because her race died at 9 years old.
Oh yeah, she is technically dead, but Kes did come back for a little while.
Sure, the Kazon returned, and almost as soon as she transferred it down. We got them up, but they got a lucky shot even at the base of the
But yeah,
shot.
in STO, she's dead.
Sensors are showing some structural damage in the operations bay. Acknowledge. Inform me if the Kazon returned.
The operations bay? Dexter was in there.
Right now I'm dealing with the Kazon. I'm sure you remember who they are. I'm faster than Tuvok, and I'm a big Gorn.
Dexter's trapped. Please do something.
Okay. Every time someone was trapped under something, they always recommend not to transport someone out. Now watch this. They transport her out, and she's fine.
Dex is a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
Of course, I'll help. Felix, what can I do?
Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
It will be my pleasure. So yes, one of the biggest reasons I loved this patch when it came out is because they brought almost all the actors back from Voyager, including Robert Picardo. It was good to hear his voice again. Now I don't think they have Paris in the game yet, or Chakotay. Chakotay deserves to be in this game. He deserves to be treated better than, one little episode of him being Native American. Well, their technology is better than the Federation's technology. That would have exploded and killed someone. Hey, go. Oh, that's a window. I did not notice. That's a different shuttle. Repair the crane! Repair the crane! Okay, I'm not sure who else I'm going to be dealing with, because this is going through the entire area Voyager went through, so I'm probably going to be meeting some people who don't have a lot of love for the Federation because of Voyager, and because of Janeway and how she treated people. Oh well. It wasn't her fault for a lot of the issues. It was just how the Delta Quadrant was. Return to Neelix.
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Certainly. Oh, the path thing of cryptic games is hilarious.
I need help loading this ship. Menix was supposed to help me, but now I can't find him, and I can't reach him on internal comms. I know he hasn't left the station yet, though. Could you look around and tell him that his shift has started?
5 minutes, I can do it.
The lack of discipline among the Talaxians is alarming.
Tuvok, there was a lack of discipline on Voyager most of the time. And that was because you clipped Marquis on the ship.
Greetings, friend. What can I do for you?
I'm helping Calyx. She says she needs more workers for this ship.
Really? I was scheduled to work now, but I traded shifts with Oxel so I could meet a friend who's returning from a long trading mission. Find Oxel. He should be able to help you.
I think one of the big issues Voyager had is the fact that they brought in the Maquis crew, and they didn't do nothing with them because of the fact they're the Maquis.
Well, the thing
I've
is,
known Menix for many years now. If
the
he says
Maquis
he
are
traded
technically
shifts,
Starfleet
I believe
enemies,
him.
but when they were stuck in the Delta Quadrant, they're like, "What do we do?" Well, we got to work together, and they went the Maquis went Starfleet because they knew that was their best way of survival.
And then the Maquis in the Deep Space Nine basically got murdered by the Dominion, so... I understand where they came from, because you've been out of world for so long in the demilitarized zone next to Cardassian, and the Cardassians want you off now.
I don't believe we've met yet. I'm Oxel, and you must be one of Neelix's visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm trying to track down who's supposed to be working on the cargo loaders right now. Menix said he traded shifts with you.
That's right, but then I beat Drexa in a game of Kat is Kat, and she agreed to work the shift for me. You should find her.
Thank you.
Betting work shifts on a game of Caddis Cot is extremely unprofessional.
Yes, it is. It is. If it was a Klingon ship, they probably would be killed.
Hi there. I'm Drexa. I heard you helped save Dex's life. Those Kazon are always bothering us. I wish they'd just find someplace else to go. Is there something I can do for you?
I'm trying to find out who's supposed to be working on the cargo loaders. Oxel said you lost a game of Cattle Cut to him, and you agreed to work his shift as payment.
Oh, yes, that's right. I worked his shift, though. Check the duty roster. It should all be there.
Thank you.
Drexa never worries about the details, but she's one of the nicest people I know.
Neelix, seriously? Okay. Let's see. Examine the duty roster. Duty roster shows that Drexa did work a shift for Oxel, but she worked Oxel's original shift rather than the time Margaret Menix's shift. Down the roster. Oh no! This is gonna be painful. Isn't it?
Oh, it's you again. Did you find what you needed?
I checked the duty Oxel. Oxel had traded shifts with Menix, so when he did Oxel's shift, he actually supposed to work Menix's shift.
Really? But I worked the shift that was in the duty roster.
Don't go anywhere. Speak to Oxel.
Did you find Drexa?
Yes, I checked the duty roster. It wasn't updated with your trade with Menix, so Drexa did your original shift by mistake.
What a goof! I told her I traded shifts with Menix. At least I think I did. Does that mean both Menix and Drexa showed up for my shift?
I'll talk to Menix.
Hey there! I talked to Oxel, and he told me what happened. Did you find Drexa?
Yes, I looked at the duty roster. Drexa was supposed to do your shift to repair her dead to Ox, but he did his original shift. Mistake, where were you?
Oh, that explains it. I showed up for the shift a bit late, but Calix said she already had enough workers and I could go back to my quarters. Normally, I would be happy to work, but my friend will be back any time now. That's why I traded shifts in the first place.
Don't go anywhere.
Nothing.
Did you find Menix?
Menix said he traded shifts with Oxo. Drexa lost a bet to Oxo and took the shift as payment. But Drexa did Oxo's original shift by mistake instead of Mex's. So when Mexis showed up to work, Oxo's shift, you told him he had enough to help and that he could leave.
Sounds like quite a series of miscommunications. But I still need help here. What do you think I should do about it?
Do as best you can. You made a mistake earlier when you actually didn't investigate why. Okay. I'm happy I got done with that. That is a 9. None of she. Where is the next person? Complete astromatic science. I think that'd be up here, maybe. Aha! It is up here.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me? By adjusting the sensor array's pitch, up and down, and yaw, left and right, you can point the array at the target. By adjusting the force, you can change the distance the array examines. Be sure not to overshoot the target location. The array will be useless if that happens.
Just astrometrics away. Okay. I need to increase
Ooh, nice.
This will take me a while. I hate stuff like this.
I need to buy a jump.
Let's see. Change force. I'm gonna put it up a bit, and then do go here. Put it down. Up some. Okay. Back here, down. This. There we go.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctors say she'll be up and around in no time.
Good to hear it, Neelix.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
It would be an honor.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The Talaxians have much to do.
Certainly, Emma.
Someone else.
Thank you for all you have done for the Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you, Admiral.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
On my way, Neelix.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Warp to New Talix. So, detecting an extremely high radiation level in the system. Too high for a normal dispersal pattern. I'll investigate further. But first, Neelix is handling us with relaxing benefits. On screen.
Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
Well, check it out. You stay here with the fleet. And I know who this is. It's one of the most worthless races in Voyager. Sir, there appears to be a high amount of theta radiation around the planet. As we've indicated, it was recently placed here. It should not be an issue for us to remove them. We would have to deal with whoever dumped the radiation in the first place. Neelix, do you have any idea who did this?
Theta radiation could mean only one thing: the Malon.
The Malon
They
are
lack the
here.
technology
Lovely.
to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
Have you ever been to Malon? They're the ones who stole one of the Voyager crew's lungs.
So what?
The Malon are those toxic dumpers that also steal people's body parts.
Yeah, no.
You would, Neelix. This Neelix. I'm dealing with them right now. Lovely.
Lovely.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
The Talaxians have claimed the system. You need to find another place to dump your waste.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
The Talaxians have been searching for years for a planet like their homeworld. We could assist you in finding another dump site. Mail on a communications. They're pulling up weapons, but they're no match for us. Red alert! Target their engines. Destroy their ship. Destroying their ships will only make the radiation worse. Ships inbound.
Enough! You've ruined me. Wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
Find another place to dump your trash.
The Malon are gone, but the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet.
Excuse me, we're getting a June MMO?
You're getting a what MMO?
A June MMO.
What does that mean? We're gonna easily remove the radiation.
So, pretty much it's a June open world survival MMO.
Interesting.
And you're gonna have to scavenge spice to stay alive. Putting in a gaming discussion. To be fair, it makes sense. It's not gonna be a hard game to make an MMO for because desert.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on New Talax. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
It's been a pleasure, Neelix. Best of luck to you and your people. Collect the words. Let's see. Neutronium. Tactical warhead. Science fuel tube. Make some shield capacity. I'll take that.
Congratulations, General.
I'm a general now. Nice.
Congratulations! You have proven yourself to be a strong warrior and invaluable to the Klingon Empire. Report to the shipyard orbiting Kronos. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Empire.
Okay.
It's been more than 30 years since Voyager passed through this region of space. But the echoes of what Captain Janeway and her crew did linger. We need to reestablish relationships here. I'm assigning you a region of space to patrol. Meet the locals and find out how things stand in the Delta Quadrant today.
Okay, it seems I gotta do these patrols. These are kind of pointless back then. But looks like I gotta do it anyway. But new players can have to do the patrol. People who've done this before don't have to. It's kinda silly. And she's not wrong. Voyager did not leave. Wait, what? Voyager did not leave anything did not represent the Federation well. Acquire a ship. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The general ones. This one has more hull. But I'm still gonna use this other one because it's the best ship I have right now. And the thing is, it keeps leveling, so it's basically one of the best ships I have. So now I gotta go to bowl.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not supposed to Amazon it.
Okay, then I go to Klingon Academy. Beam to the Academy. I'll do that another time, but I gotta go find someone to talk to here. Where's this one? Hello?
Hello.
Find this guy. This is right here. is he? Should be right here, shouldn't he? Yeah. Bank. Hmm. I gotta remember how to get back to this area. No, where would... Okay. I can skip them, but I feel it might be best not to.
Hoi links. Wat is er? Wil je bij me liggen? Of wil je gewoon een zakje? Moet je oortjes doen? Oortjes? Moet je oortjes doen?
I am now back in the Delta Quadrant. That was easy. Why didn't it stop? Server is not responding. Oh, it's not a shuttle. I think I don't remember what ship it is, but I think it's like a Gorn ship. What? Oh, wow, cryptic. basically it's a giant Gorn ship. It's basically a carrier. Oh, Guild Wars 2 is finally on Steam. But I gotta buy everything again. Ah, no. There we go. Wow, that's expensive. Holy crap, that's expensive. $100 for the entire thing.
Yep. All expansions. Be right back. Gotta go to the bathroom.
That is too much. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm detecting. Oh, it's the Kazon. Who are they fighting? Bethian? Protectorate. What? The Bethian Protectorate. Oh, lovely.
Entered an area controlled by the Bentham Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer, or clear the area immediately.
Deputized?
You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required, and appreciated.
He's a Kazon. I'm kind of surprised you haven't killed him yet.
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Let's go over and ask if their boss would come out of hiding. You're gonna kill him anyway.
Separate them and whittle down their numbers. We will not go quietly.
Acquired?
Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers.
Anything we should be aware of?
There have been rumors that the Borg are fighting large-scale battles. We have little evidence of who against or why as of yet, but we are finding the aftermaths of such conflicts. Whoever's been fighting the Borg has caused significant damage to the collective. We're taking a cautious approach until we know more.
Interesting. Really good,
we have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.
Interesting. I don't remember patrols being this good. They never used to give stuff like this.
We have received a distress call from a Federation starship, the USS Callisto. It seems the researchers found more trouble than they can handle while exploring the Delta Quadrant.
Okay. Oh, the Valdrar! Great! Are we facing them soon? Well, I guess I'll reinstall, your words do. Don't mind starting over. Oh boy. In fact, it helped me enjoy the game better because I stopped playing for a while. Oh wow, that's a lot of space it needs. Oh wait on that. Let's see. Space outpost. That's identification skills. When I get max level, I'm going to redo my skills. We arrived at the location of the distress call from the USS Callisto. We're no longer receiving the distress beacon, but the sensors picking up the reads consistent with a Luna-class Federation starship. There might be survivors. Scan the wreckage. Who could destroy a Federation starship? We're in the Delta Quadrant. There could be anyone. Anyone that hates Federation because Voyager. And Janeway's psychopathic nature. Let's see. The Callisto has seen better days. Oh. I didn't need to do that. Stupid button. Oh well. I need to step a bit. No luck, General. Sensors aren't reading, I sent the dark at the Callisto had a crew of 350. Unfortunate. Can we identify who attacked her? No, here comes to mention. This from this outpost station. See what they have to say.
This is 7 of 9, part of a Federation research team assigned to the USS Callisto. My team and I were investigating this outpost when the defense systems activated and destroyed the ship.
Seven, this is General Song of the OSS Hagda. We respond as soon as we could.
I am aware of your service record. Thank you for responding to our request for assistance. I was able to deactivate the outpost's defenses, but the system sent out an automated distress signal upon shutdown. It is logical to assume that someone will be arriving to investigate. Please transport my team and me to your ship. I will be of more assistance to you there.
I hope the call brings you worthy foes. And yes, it's great to see 7 again. Yay, 7 of 9. East Space Outpost.
Long-range sensors are picking up inbound energy signatures. Voth ships. They must lay claim to this system.
Indeed.
Attention, trespassing endotherms. You are trespassing in Voth-aligned space. Surrender now, and we will allow you to live out the remainder of your lives on a prison world.
We'll not be made into your prisoners. Oh, please don't have it be a big buff ship.
Vessel. You have violated the Voth facility and will be.
Wait, what?
Where are they going? It's not like the Voth to leave a battle they would have clearly won.
That is odd. General, we're seeing a distress call from the Turi homeworld on screen.
This is a general distress signal for any ships in range. This is the Turay homeworld.
Turay.
We are under attack by an unknown force of immense power. We require immediate assistance.
Who exactly are the Turay?
The Turay are a spacefaring culture that Voyager encountered in 2376. They claim ownership over the underspace, which are corridors through subspace that significantly shorten travel times here in the Delta Quadrant. Command has been attempting to contact them, without success. Access to the underspace would be a distinct advantage for our fleets.
Do you think the Voth are the ones who attacked the Turay? They left so quickly.
That is one possibility. To my knowledge, the Voth and Turay are not enemies. However, there is still much we do not know about the Delta Quadrant.
This battle will be glorious. It will show to Turay we are worthy allies. Yes, I had to do the Klingon version. Let's see who it is, shall we?
We have arrived in the Teray system. The Voth ships are in combat, but they are not engaging Teray vessels. Their opposition does not conform to any known ship in the database.
Whatever they are, they're packing quite a punch. I have a feeling that they're gonna hurt me a lot. Yeah, I'm right, they're gonna hurt me a lot. Wow. That explosion almost cooked me out. Yeesh.
The Voth and whomever they are fighting are speaking on an open channel. We can listen to their communications.
Make it so.
Your defense of the Teray thieves will be your undoing.
The Teray and Voth have a long-standing allegiance. The Teray's exothermic nature makes them superior to the other feeble races of the Quadrant.
The Voth, leave it to Voth to say, oh, it's racism.
Then you will be loyal to the death.
You're not even attempting to negotiate.
The surface of the Teray homeworld is being devastated by the debris from the Voth vessels. The Teray do have a defense network of satellites and shields that is capable of protecting them, but the control network is offline. This was intentional. Their attackers deliberately targeted the area during the initial assault. There is a secondary command center on the outskirts of one of their major settlements. If we transport directly there, we will be able to restore the control network. The invaders attacked this facility, but they did not do significant structural damage. They were, however, able to take down the control network controlling the orbital defense grid. That defense grid is the only thing capable of stopping all of the debris from the battle in orbit from raining down on the planet. Small pieces will burn up in the atmosphere, and your ship's weapons can deal with some others, but a significant percentage will get through. Until that grid is operational, there will be widespread devastation.
Yes, let's make this happen. Any guesses, people, of who we're fighting? Anyone who's seen Voyager probably would know already. I already know because
There was
I've
a
seen
firefight
Voyager.
here. One of the Teray is injured, but his condition is stable. He may be able to give us more information about the invaders.
Good, will help him, and maybe he can answer some questions. Help the injured.
Thank you. My name is Bellis. You're from the Klingon Defense Force, right?
Yes, we'd like to know what happened here.
The ships emerged from the underspace, and they were too close for our defense grid to stop the launch of drop pods. In minutes, they had knocked out the grid controls, and we were defenseless. We barely had time to transmit a distress signal.
Who are the attackers? We couldn't identify the ships.
The attackers were Vodwar. Voyager did indeed interact with one of our corridors, but instead of deleting the info as we requested and going on their way, they revived our greatest enemy. All of this destruction, every death, it's all Voyager's fault.
I'm dealing with another threat from Voyager, the Vodwar.
Who they again?
You remember the episode where they land on a planet and 7 of 9 wake someone up who's in stasis? And it turns out they're a really despot race that were conquerors? Vodwar?
Impossible. It cannot be the Vodwar. I would know.
7? Who are the Vodwar?
This is all my fault. When we first encountered the Vodwar, they were in cryostasis. I foolishly awoke their leader in a moment of curiosity. I didn't know their history. They were conquerors, despots. The Vodwar used underspace to rule the Delta Quadrant for decades. It was only when the other races banded together that they were defeated. At the time we encountered them, when I awakened them, Captain Janeway said she probably would have done the same thing. But it wasn't her choice, it was mine. I am responsible. However, the Vodwar we encountered did not have a level of technology like what we face here. This is far beyond anything the Vodwar are capable of developing in such a short amount of time.
Understood. What's the plan then?
My analysis remains unchanged. We need to restore functionality to the defense grid. There are 4 nodes located on the edge of this complex. We must restart these nodes and realign them to the central tower to re-establish the grid.
Sounds good. Keep an eye out for any Vodwar. Well, they won't like what we're trying to do.
I'll go to the central tower and start the initialization sequence.
So yes, the Vodwar they met in Voyager were not this high-tech, so... but it's been a long time since Voyager's been here, so something's going on. Let's see.
I blame myself for the Vodwar's return. It was a door best left unopened. No further. Complete these steps in the correct order to initialize and align the node. First, you must access the AI subroutines. Next, you must charge the capacitive relays. Finally, you must establish the satellite uplink. No further hostile beams detected. No further hostile beams detected. Uplink established.
The Vaudwar episode was kind of forgettable, and then it became like a threat of the week. They showed up a few times and
When we first rescued the Vaudwar, we thought we could be allies.
Well...
No further hostile beams detected.
Ow!
No further hostile beams detected. No further hostile beams detected. Analysis complete. Perform these steps in the correct order. First, you must launch the startup sequencers. Next, you must reinitialize the kinetic dampeners. Finally, you must establish the satellite uplink.
Okay, so there's a pre-order bonus for a return to Monkey Island.
Really?
Yep. If you pre-order the game, you
First,
receive
you must next,
horse
you must
armor.
finally, you must...
It doesn't do anything, and it just sits here in the inventory looking snazzy.
Defense node online.
Sounds like something LucasArts would make. What is your wife playing right now?
Whatever happens here, we must inform our superiors about the Vaudwar threat.
Yes, I'm sure they'll be happy. That Voyager screwed up again.
No further hostile beams detected.
I need to be able to hear what they're saying. She's saying because. You're welcome.
I have completed my analysis. Complete the following steps in the correct order. First, you must launch the startup
I killed my
sequencers.
wife. With laughter.
Next,
again.
you must reinitialize the kinetic dampeners. Finally, you must establish the...
Not simple enough, okay? Dampeners.
Uplink reinitialized. Institute to assist the Callisto. I thought the probability of seeing Vodwar was statistically insignificant.
You guys have been out of the Delta Quadrant for many years. It's not surprising you would see
We had to
things
ally
out of whack.
ourselves with the Teray to escape the Vodwar. My analysis of this node is complete. Execute the following steps in the correct order. First, you must access the AI subroutines. Next, you must reinitialize the kinetic dampeners. Finally, you must align the main... No further hostile beams detected. Connection reestablished.
Warrior, I need assistance at the central tower.
Okay. They need assistance. I would say this is how I'm gonna do yours too on Steam. Do the original game first, then buy the expansions. Wrong way. One second.
No further hostile beams detected. No further hostile beams detected.
I will be right back real quick because I gotta put some food in the fridge real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah, she meowed when I called her.
Your team did an excellent job getting the defense nodes back online and realigned to the central hub here. The restart process will take some time, but the defense grid will be active in about 2 minutes. We'd be in good shape if the Vaadwaur hadn't launched more assault pods. These are mobile transporter pads used to bring more troops to the surface rapidly. I assume they're coming to stop us from restoring the defense grid.
The Teray took control of underspace after the Vaadwaur were defeated. Clearly, the Vaadwaur object. No further hostile beams detected. Vaadwaur reinforcements approaching.
I'm back, guys. Sorry. I'm having a snack, so I didn't want you to hear me chewing.
The Vaadwaur are relentless. Probability of our survival is slim. The Vaadwaur are tenacious fighters. We must be warned.
Can't keep this up forever!
What is that? No further hostile beams detected.
I think you bugged. Lovely. Oh, yeah, I guess not.
No further hostile beams detected.
It is not odd. Voth reinforcements have entered orbit. These Vaadwaur do not want to do battle with an obviously superior force. While we did sustain great losses, we have made good on our agreement with the Terrae. Bellas, we have restored your defense grid.
I'm not interested in petty squabbling about who did what. The grid is restored and we are safe.
Seven of 9.
Admiral?
We detected the destruction of the Callisto. What?
It was your fault! Your ship invaded the Voth outpost! You woke the Vaadwaur!
Vaadwaur. Interesting. Starfleet intelligence did not consider them a threat. We believed their numbers were few and their technology outdated.
Then you were wrong! The Vaadwaur have returned, and no one is safe.
I see. 7. Voyager could use your expertise again. Will you return to the ship?
That would be acceptable.
Very well. We will take the other survivors from the Callisto as well. Thank you.
Voyager, 2 to beam up.
I know.
Thank you for assisting Seven and lending aid to the Terrae. However, the discovery that our old foes, the Vaadwaur, have made such a leap in technology and are now threatening the entire quadrant is troubling.
Thank you. Without your help, my team and I may have been killed by the Voth. Now, however, I must turn my attention to the Vaadwaur. I am responsible for their return. I must assist in their defeat.
Congratulations, General.
Not all the experiences of the USS Voyager crew in the Delta Quadrant were positive. Captain Janeway made some tough decisions to get her crew home. And more than one species felt like they'd had a run-in with a supernova after she'd been through their space. These ill feelings have festered for decades, and they haven't aged well. We need to do what we can to assuage them.
Oh, that's a...
But yeah, it's very expensive, but the original game is free.
What?
Guild Wars 2, but I cannot play my original account.
Oof.
Yeah. With Guild Wars 1 you could do that, but I guess they don't care about it? I don't know. What happened here, Captain?
Hostiles dropped out of war and attacked without warning. Their ships were fast and powerful, far beyond our capabilities. They disabled us and left shortly thereafter. Curiously, one of them communicated to us. He said scavengers would come to pick apart our ships. As we are defenseless, that was an unsettling statement. Can you help us?
Oh yeah, remember, Voyager freed a couple of Borg.
This is Cooperative Cube 1138. We are here to help.
I forgot about this. Rip out from the shields to transport. Grab all you can. off.
Everywhere we look, they have friends. Tell them.
Thank you for coming. Our situation is quite dire. Life support is failing ship-wide, and so is artificial gravity. We're unable to conduct repairs at this time. Can you provide assistance?
Let's get your life support fixed. What done? We should be able to fix it. Everything else.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
I figured that would happen because there was so many of them and it took a while for me to recharge my shields.
Thank you for your timely assistance. The Cooperative appreciates your efforts. We can take charge of those you have rescued and transport them to friendly territory.
Acknowledge we'll rendezvous with you for transport.
Tracking a large force incoming. Preparing defense stations.
Have our thanks. Were it not for you and your crew, none of us would have survived.
Let us know if you hear rumors of any further Voth advances or attacks.
That's true. Alright.
Are you familiar with Voyager's emergency medical hologram? He's quite unique, even for an old EMH Mark I. Now, he holds rank in Starfleet in his own right. We've received a message that the doctor requires assistance to deal with a medical situation on an Ocampa freighter in the Shenandoah system. He is currently en route in one of Voyager's shuttles. Normally, I would send a medical vessel, but we have seen a spike in Vadwar attacks, and I want to make sure he has all the resources he will need. Could you go to the Shenda system and assist the doctor?
I don't know much about the Ocampa either, but seriously, the fact that the Vadwar are that powerful? It makes no sense, really.
I don't know.
Mm. Mm. I guess it's a doctor's shuttle.
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does.
Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paranesti measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager.
Prepare for transport.
Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Botwar!
fire. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur. Greetings. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized.
I'm General Song.
I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face?
Yes, but if I found some talks are best on neutral ground.
That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
I might know a place. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise! Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, next we need a neutral place for a diplomatic negotiation with the Vaudouar. I was wondering if you could help.
Diplomatic negotiations? I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Intaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
Thank you. Your assistance is greatly appreciated.
Well, did you find a suitable location for our meeting?
There is an asteroid base in the Atema system that the Alexians have been using.
Talaxians? Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. The site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
Well, that's sent. We'll talk there.
I'm contacting the Cote. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gaul.
Excellent idea, Doctor. I have a feeling this is not going to end well. Oh, that glitters. Lie to the asteroid ship.
Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vaudouar have no shame. I don't trust Gaul. He betrayed us on Vaudouar Prime. He'll do it again.
It's good to see you again so soon. If I might make a suggestion, I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gaul brought 4 aides. You'll have the doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gaul seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important.
Okay. Give me touch on the.
Okay.
It's so good to see... Doctor, it's been 30 years! You haven't aged a day!
Yes. It's good to see you too, Neelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vaudouar a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Neelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vaudouar here. But I suppose it is important that you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting. And my brilliant research was able to prove conclusively. Thus, I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Oh, wow. Brax and I agreed to never mention the incident again. Well, at least not to Dexa.
Neelix, the Vaudouar have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later.
Thank you, Doctor, for showing your ego. Like always. Thrak. Does he have his weapon? Okay.
Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here? He's the one that has been serving the Vaudoir their fabulous appetizers. Full bellies make for good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gaul is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gaul is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
Thank you, Neelix. Let's go speak with Gaul. Like I said, I have a feeling this is not going to end well. I have a feeling that something's going to blow up.
Ah, at last. I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue.
Indeed, it's time to settle our differences.
As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Cabali, and with you, giving your alliance's support for them.
Let's try to find an accord that benefits us both.
Do you know why we fight the Cabali? Their world was once a Vaudoir colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Cabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them.
They won't return the remaining tubes?
The Cabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well?
If the way we can end this peacefully is what will scar the Quadrant for decades to come.
There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them? No, we will not.
No, but destroying the Cabali isn't there are greater threats in this galaxy we must face.
Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Cabali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the Quadrant.
And I hear to set over the Cabali.
Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vaudoir. You need to understand.
What do you mean?
The Vaudoir have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities? The massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
For one that's moving, you're not dead.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
No. It makes me sad. For Jolax. And for you.
Then we are not done.
Wow! Oh no. Oh no. Wow! Wow, Estio! I did not expect this! The Advider fleet is opening fire on the remaining attacks. We sent out this every ship. Explain the situation to... I went on it. Well, we should be doing the same. Holy crap! Wow, Mestio, that's amazing.
Time only
Dark.
to save one group? I do not envy your choice. I would go with you, but I cannot leave Neelix alone. And time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
Vero, make sure to get Neelix.
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vaudouar kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
Good. You and I shall go into glorious battle to avenge your fallen comrades. Holy crap!
How do we choose who to save? We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here. What about the people in the storage room? We should check to see if any of the Talaxians survived.
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Neelix. I'm sorry.
Then we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
The shuttle is gone.
I've sent a signal to the remaining Talaxians to join us here as soon as possible. More Vodwar on the way. Defend the shuttle.
Okay. Go.
More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried. A large number of Vodwar are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
The Teray are here to assist. After this, our debt to you is repaid.
That's timely. Here come the Vodwar.
The Vodwar have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue. Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt. Our ships are currently engaging the Vodwar fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
We appreciate the help, Commander.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vodwar means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Teray. I am not.
Wow, Gaul. You're the one who did this, Gaul, not me.
This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
We did everything we could to make peace with you, Gaul. You were the one who destroyed it.
You came to our aid when the Vaadwaur attacked our homeworld. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
Thank you for your assistance, perhaps we can be allies someday.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We'd done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous.
I'm sorry, Neelix.
I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vaadwaur come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vaadwaur could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be.
Neelix, I promise you that Gaul will face justice for what he done.
With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talents. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
Well, Neelix.
I've been in contact with the USS Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vaadwaur to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gaul wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then he used a massacre to set his stage. That's the kind of man he is, and unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Let's hope it does not come to that, Doctor.
Gaul has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in good faith. But nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vaadwaur. Now the war will continue. I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
Well, we had to try, Admiral.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gaul will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Permission granted. Farewell, Doctor. It's been an hour. Well, the Vaadwaur just did something I didn't expect SDO to do.
Oh?
The Vaadwaur basically killed almost every Talaxian with us watching. And I'm like, wow, Vaadwaur, and I thought, you're worse than you are in the show. They're bad enough that they make Klingons angry.
Congratulations, General.
On Dune survival game?
Yep, I've already said it in game discussions.
Oh,
Already
I
seen it in
thought you
game
said
discussions.
June game, not Dune.
I pronounce Dune June. June. It's just a weird thing with Dune.
But
to be fair, the first Dune game was kind of like that.
it's kind of interesting that they're making a survival game. It makes sense for how the story is.
Yeah.
I am the Grisak Cataract. I actually watched that movie recently. It was good. The original one.
The original one is a classic.
Even though it has some bad parts in it, I could see a lot of flaws in it. But the original one is still good.
The original one's still good. The new one is also pretty good.
Oh, the new one follows the books. Okay, well, this is where I'm gonna quit for now, guys. We got a lot of patrols to do. They will be I'll do them next time when I come back on. I need a little bit of a break at the moment. So you all take care. Thank you for sticking around. Bye.